A cycling legend, a mother's son, a broken hero. In his short life, Marco Pantani was many things to many people. But in his hometown of Cesenatico, 10 years since his death, he will always be remembered as the local boy who became a champion. It was here that he spent his early years, training in the mountains around Rimini, and more often than not, eating flatbread at his mother's Piadina kiosk with childhood friend Andrea Agostini.
Marco was really absolutely funny. When he was far from world cycling, he was the simple Marco ever. So he loved fishing, he loved to stay at the beach, he loved to eat his piadina with Nutella. It was the best for him.
But even in his earliest days, competing in local races in the town, taking to the nearby hills, he was always marked out from the rest.
I remember when we were 12, 13 years old, he was able to climb the hardest hill here around our city, and it was absolutely the best.
That early promise earned him his first pro contract with the Carrera team and later Mercatone Uno. He twice won the young rider's jersey at the Tour de France and despite numerous injuries gained a reputation as the strongest climber in the peloton. But along with success came the pressures of life on the road.
It changed when he was out of this city, when he was far from here. He was Marco Pantani, the best hiker at the moment. But it's really strange because when he came back here in the city, he became the simple Marco ever. He had two faces, you know. He had the cover, the mask. It was strange for me to see him in this double way.
Pantani won not only races, but also the hearts of the Italian public. In the Giro of 1998, crowds flocked to Monte Campione to witness one of Pantani's greatest ever victories. A sight well remembered by Giuseppe Guerini, who stood alongside Pantani on the podium when he collected his maglia rosa.
Pantani was a very calm rider from an athletic point of view. So during the race, he was very relaxed. He was always riding with his team members next to him and trying to avoid all dangers. From a tactical point of view, he was the opposite. You never knew what he was thinking, when, if, and how he would attack. It was very hard to understand him. You knew he was eventually going to attack because he was an attacking rider, but you never knew when and how.
It wasn't just his physical prowess that saw him conquer some of sport's greatest challenges.
Physically, he had the perfect body to be a climber. Mentally, he was great too. He was always attacking, even in the trickiest and most difficult circumstances. And that's why people loved him. They knew that Pantani would have given it a go, always, even if he was to risk everything. That's what Marco was about. He would risk everything in order to win.
After finally securing the maglia rosa in 1998, Pantani went on to take the Tour de France just 2 months after. He's still the last man to do the Giro Tour double, but he would never again ascend the Giro podium.
When Pantani won the Giro d'Italia in 1998, I came third and Tonkov was second. In 1997, Gotti was first, Tonkov second, and I was third. Pantani just wasn't there. So in 1998, when Pantani won the Giro, he was so good that I realized that it would have been impossible for me to win against him. And that affected my life, because I then decided to leave Italy and join the Deutsche Telekom team with Ulrich to help him win the Tour. Back then, I was convinced Pantani could have won another 3 or 4 Giro d'Italia.
At the 1999 Giro, Pantani was all set to defend his title. He had over 5.5 minutes advantage over his nearest rival, but an adverse blood result saw him expelled from the race.
Marco was able to recover after every crash in his life, but the last one was terrible for him. So, and I thought that he wasn't able to recover from the last one. He had a lot of injuries in his body, so he has a really strong character to recover from this kind of crashes, but not from this kind of injuries inside him. Something broken inside him, and it's for that he wasn't able to recover.
Pantani withdrew from the rest of the races that year, going on to struggle against doping allegations, depression and drug abuse. 5 years on from his Giro expulsion, Marco Pantani was found dead, alone in a hotel room, from cocaine poisoning.
I'm feeling angry about that, because I think he wasn't able to fight against the last crash of his life. You know, when you are when something gonna break inside you, no one can help you.
But as the roadsides that pay tribute testify, his legend lives on, in the minds of the fans and in the hearts of the people who knew him.
I miss to stay with him, laughing or smiling during a dinner with a good glass of wine. That's what I miss more